Years ago today, Britain and her allies were facing Napoleon at the Battle of Waterloo. As you may have seen, memorial services have been held here and in Belgium to remember the fallen. But for some people in this region, our Waterloo ancestors are never far from the memory. Jerry Jackson reports.
200,000 men fought on the killing field of Waterloo. By the end of the day, a quarter of them were dead, wounded or missing.
It must have been hell on earth. Noise so that you couldn't hear yourself think, smoke, utter confusion, terrible woundings, people losing limbs left, right and centre, and mounds of dead bodies all over. It really was horrific. One
of the Duke of Wellington's men was Private Harold Chisholm of the 92nd Highlanders. His great-great-great-grandson lives in Redcar. He took a DNA test to prove his family link.
In those days, a soldier's life was really just treated as scum because they were cannon fodder, in the mean sense of the word. And you measured defeats or successes in battles by how many men were left standing. And the cannonballs flying and you had to stand there, French coming on and shooting, and you just had to stand there, you know.
Private Chisholm was a regular who'd survived numerous battles. At Waterloo, he and his comrades counterattacked Napoleon's men at a crucial point in the day.
They responded with such ferocity that when they reached within 20 yards of the French with fixed bayonets and screaming, "On the 92nd," the French ran away. And he was part of that, which, you know, is a tremendous piece of family history.
Another of Wellington's men was Major Henry Percy, cousin of the Duke of Northumberland. An exhibition at Alnwick Castle recalls his part in the battle.
This is Major Percy's tunic from the Battle of Waterloo, along with his sword. And afterwards he recalled how he'd come face to face during the battle with a French officer and was quicker than he was and managed to stab him, but only with the very tip of the blade, and then quickly pulled back. And he said, "I do hope I didn't kill him."
I think it's very difficult to put yourself in Henry Percy's shoes and imagine being there at Waterloo. As he tries to stab the French officer, a shiver runs through his elbow and into his heart. And I think it really just brings to life that face-to-face experience of battle which hadn't changed in centuries.
So still a very brave man.
Yes, I'd say so.
Major Percy is chosen to bring home news of the battle and 2 captured enemy standards from Waterloo. It takes him 3 days to get across Belgium and then the Channel. And when he arrives in London, he finds the Prince Regent at a ball, lays the standards down at his feet and says, "Victory, sir, victory." And that victory heralded almost 100 years of peace in Europe. Private Chisholm lived on for 40 of them.
To have somebody so brave to be able to tell my grandchildren about and to further the family story, it's tremendous.
Do you feel like you know him?
Yeah, very much so. I can almost feel him in me. To understand your roots and what your island is all about and what your family roots are all about is to realise that we're one big family. And we've defended our freedom, and it's such a rich tapestry.
Jerry Jackson, BBC Look North.
Amazing story. Now, it's one of the greatest annual